woman, classy, beautiful woman, mighty woman, classy, beautiful woman, mighty woman, classy, beautiful woman, mighty woman, classy, beautiful.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Tea with Mommy. And guess who's here? Excuse me. Guess who's here with Mommy? Mommy's here with Mommy. But Lahla-Hadiya, that famous, infamous recording artist, Neil Soul, will be with us momentarily. You know it's Friday, so we have to she has to uh, something, do some things, get the kiddies ready, get ready for the weekend. At any rate, it's good to see you guys. How is everybody? I'm fine, thank you. All right, let's get those thumbs up, hearts up. It's going to be a wonderful, fantastical weekend. It's going to be a wonderful, beautiful day. The liquid sunshine is out there. It looks like it's very cloudy. This is good reading weather. And if you don't have anything specific to read, why don't you pick up a copy of Gerald Anderson's one of his reads, okay? At any rate, on Fun Friday topic, it's on you. What do you want to talk about today? Okay. What do you want to talk about? There is a lot going on in the news, as always. 45, never a dull moment. I wonder what they're up to over there. You know, I heard, okay, this is just what I heard, that 45 and his bride have tested positive for COVID. Now, I don't know how true that is. If you've heard anything similar to that, shout it out to us. Throw in a comment or two. I really would like to know so we can start prayers going up for 45. Yeah, we have to pray for him also. Yeah, we have to. But at any rate, let us know what's on your mind today. What's gonna what we're gonna be doing this weekend? What sort of fun things are you going to do? What sort of things is your family getting into via social distancing, of course? At any rate, for me, it's going to be a good weekend. It's always going to be a good weekend because I am breathing. I got up, activity of my limbs. God is still good. I am totally blessed. So, what do you have planned and what's on your mind? What do you want to talk about? It's Fun Friday. Let's throw those hearts up there, the thumbs up. We are really interested in knowing what's on your mind. What's on your mind? Anybody hear anything extra in regards to 45 and his bride? Um, what's going on with that? I can't see you, but I can see your comments. And if you're bold enough, if you really want to, really want to make a statement today, Funday, Friday, why don't you kind of send us in, a request and we'll invite you on so that everybody can see you. At any rate, we're really interested in knowing what's on your mind. And while you're having a few minutes to think about it, I'm going to share my confidence card. Okay, confidence card for today. Now, I just picked this one at random. Sometimes I go thumb through, like you guys do when you're playing deck of cards, right? And you pick whatever one you think is going to trump you out or win you out. Well, I just randomly picked this card today, my confidence. My confidence card today says, you ready for this? I am grateful for my unconditional love of myself. No permission is required. And let's kind of flip that because I'm gonna speak this into the universe so it will also pertain to you. You are grateful. You are grateful for your unconditional love of yourself, and there's no permission required. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm grateful. I am totally grateful for my unconditional love of myself. No permission is required. And that's the good thing about life, about your life, my life, anybody's life. We have choices. We have choices. And it's up to you, it's up to me, it's up to everybody to make the right choice, make those proper decisions. And in doing so, realizing that you already have permission by God because He tells us we can do all things through Him, through Christ who strengthens us. And because of that, you can just reach for the stars, reach for the moon, and do all things. But getting back to our topic for today, and we don't have a specific topic, we're waiting on you to share with us some thumbs up, some hearts, and just letting us know that you guys are here in the land of the living. We want to know, we want to hear from you, want to see what's on your mind. And I'm really curious. I'm serious. I am so serious. I am really curious what's going on with this testing of 45 and the COVID and he and his bride and I hear that some of his closest aides, which makes sense because think of all the people who have been around him, who he has been in contact with, and only the good Lord knows who he's been in contact with. So, what's going on with that? I'm really so serious. I'm so curious as to what's happening with that. And as you would have it, I know what I'm getting for Christmas. In fact, I'll probably get it before Christmas. My PC does not like me at all. It does not like me, and I can't even see the comments now. I can't even see your thumbs up and your hearts. But I want you to bombard your PC, your cell phone, or whatever it is you're on. I want those hearts and thumbs up. Let's totally bomb things out with your hearts and thumbs up and your comments. I'm gonna say again, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood. And uh, oh, I have some good news. On yesterday, I did receive an email letting me know that my voting ballot is on the way and that I can expect it in a few days. So I'm not anxious. I'm not anxious. I'm excited because I know the sooner I get that ballot, the sooner I can fill it out, the sooner I can drop it in the ballot box. And that was the other thing. I said, I really don't plan to mail it. I plan to walk, drive, bicycle, crawl, whatever it takes to get to the nearest ballot box so I can deposit that ballot as soon as I fill it out. I want to deposit, and I really want it to be a family thing. And I'll suggest it to La and her brother, and and Johnny, if we could all go um, and drop it into the ballot box. I am excited. I am looking forward to doing my part. And meanwhile, in between now and November 3rd, doing whatever I can do to encourage others to vote. To vote. It is so important. It is so important. I think I hear Trump, Trump, rubber bump, 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 bubble bump. I think she's coming, y'all. Bump, bubble bump, bum, bump, bump, bubble bump. Brump, bump, bump, bump. Is that? Is it? Is it? She's here. I think.
What's going
I
on,
think
y'all?
she's here. Oh, hallelujah!
What
Because I know that
what was the
they
what was that intro you had for me? What was that? Bump, bump. What is
bump,
happening? What
bump.
were y'all doing?
I tell you, look, my PC has frozen, completely frozen. I can't see any comments, but I know
I
if you're
seen a
looking, I
comment.
know there are tons of them.
Yes,
Cause that's
man.
that's the way our audience is, man. They roll like that. They roll like that.
First, how
Yeah.
y'all doing? I want to know how y'all doing. How they doing? They doing good?
Oh,
Y'all doing good? Let me see those hearts, those thumbs ups,
I
those
feel it. I
happy
can feel the
faces, man.
vibration of the heart.
It's
Yes.
Friday. Don't ask me why I'm dressed down, because I do what I want on Friday.
I just shared the good news that I had received information email letting me know that my ballot is on the way. But meanwhile, check out my shirt, y'all. This is from the Impact Prayer Group. Can you see it? Can you see my shirt? Or do I have to pull it all
I
the
see,
way up?
pray. You want us to pray right now?
Pray. No, you can't see the rest of it.
No, ma'am.
It says pray, then
She's still lifting
protest.
it. She choking herself just so we can see the shirt, y'all. Somebody say you see it.
Can
Somebody say
somebody?
they see the shirt.
Can you guys see my
I
shirt?
see it. I see it. Lord, put it down. Put it.
Pray
Josh.
then pro. Well, I figure if you got a hoodie on, you know what I'm saying. You got a hoodie on. I might, got my little
Look,
pray and
man, it's
protest
free.
shirt.
Okay, so let me tell you, this is my favorite time of year because we get to save money, right? But I go into this sacrifice mode in order to do this. So, when it's like right in between before it get cold and it's not really hot no more, you don't need the air, you don't need the heat. So,
Where's she going
I'm
with this?
anemic. So everybody else is like chilling,
Where's she going with this?
enjoying the weather, and I'm freezing.
Oh my
All
God.
because I don't want to turn on the
Oh
heat
my.
yet. You know what I'm saying?
She is
Any homeowners out there,
ridiculously.
like, look,
Let
anybody
me
who
tell
pay
y'all.
utilities,
Let me tell y'all. Lahla-Hadiya is ridiculously uh
and
no
I'm drinking
blooded.
something hot. She said no blooded. I got blood,
No
y'all.
blooded. I know I used to be anemic, and sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. But this chick, I'm telling you, this girl
Shit
is
today.
always.
Hey, it
She
must be
comes over
Friday.
my house. I have to keep year round and year round a humongous quilt cover on my sofa
Yes, man.
because when she comes, I have it,
Even
this
in the
covering made for
summer.
leather, right? Because leather sometimes can be a little chilly willy, right? But she takes the entire cover from the back of the sofa and wraps it completely around her like
It's
she's
your
in a
girl.
cocoon.
I say,
Like she's in a cocoon. You know what I'm saying? When I say no blooded,
and,
I
and
tell
and so I'm going through this weird time in my life, right? Because I'm over
she's
40, and and then so I got
hey,
the
hey,
air, I got
put
the
your ear,
fan
put your ear,
blowing.
come closer. Let me tell you something. She's going through the change. She's
I
going
got the
through the
fan blowing, and I got the heat on here in my office.
oh my
So I had to
God.
have my husband install like a heater just for in here because
I'm
I
waiting.
need to
I'm
be
just
able to
waiting. I'm
control
waiting to see her stick her head in the
it.
refrigerator. Oh
Let's see
my
what y'all
goodness.
talk about,
La
man.
la
She been talking
Hadia.
about me. What she been talking about, man? Let me see. Let me go
That's
back to
la
some.
la
I
Hadia.
got no. She got jokes. He talking about y'all got jokes. Let me see. Morning, y'all. How y'all doing? Celebrities in the building. What's going on, y'all?
My screen is still frozen.
Let me see. They're talking about how many people he's come in contact. Y'all must have been talking about 45. They're talking about
Yeah,
how many people he's come in contact with and how they knew about his personal aid before he went unmasked to an event in New Jersey. They're gonna have a hard time tracing this. How about I'm so glad because so we were watching a debate and after the debate, right? And his wife came up and he rubbed her shoulder and then Biden's wife came up and she embraced him, hugged the kid. I was like, whoa, what a contrast, right? And then he stood there for the longest time and I was like, is he contemplating whether he's supposed to go over there and shake his hand after the debate after he done disrespected the man all through the debate or whatever, you know. So I was like, dang, he ain't even gonna go over there. And Biden was like, look, stay where you at. He took his wife and was
I
out.
got one question. I got one question. I got one question.
What was that?
Okay, if he's been diagnosed with COVID, I wonder if he's going to take some bleach. I wonder if he's going to drink some bleach. And
What
what
was
was
it?
the
Bleach or
other remedy
Lysol?
that he? What was the other remedy that he had?
I don't know, man. But like,
Bleach, Lysol.
I hope that now it's serious to him. All them times he's walking around unmasked, you know,
I
because
just
like the
wonder.
thing is, I feel bad because you don't want anybody to have to go through something like that, and it's always a 50-50 chance that it could go, you know, to the dark side of, you know, the symptoms of COVID, because you have people who have gotten it, and you know they're quarantined and they good and they come back, you know, whatever, and everything's good. But then you have people that, you know, they've been like, there was one guy for 6 weeks, I believe he said he was sick, and in half of that time he was in a hospital, and so then he came back from it, and then there was there were people who haven't come back at all. And so, like, I hope he understands how serious this really is. I wonder how it's going to change the dynamics of how he deals with um, this whole, you know, open the world back up. You know, I wonder how
No,
he's going to deal with it.
I'm really so serious, and I'm not saying it for a joke. And this is my serious face. I'm wondering if he is doing what he suggested people or said for people to do early on. You know, he was talking the drinking bleach and drinking what Lysol or whatever, all those other things he was suggesting. And as you said, he he was saying, then he brought this woman on, an African woman who had all these voodoo whatever suggest remedies and so forth, or saying that it wasn't real. But you know what, and all again, keeping with the seriousness of it, you better mind how you treat folks. I am so, at 70 years old, I am terrified. I would be terrified to mistreat anyone and intentionally mistreat anyone. You know, at my age, I would be terrified, as to what could happen as a result of that, because there are consequences for your actions, you know. And I've been saying all along, you know, God has a reason for everything that he does and everything he allows to happen, because it's only what God allows, right? It's only what he allows. So, um, and it's like a big storybook, everything has beginning, has middle, has the end, and with everything that has transpired up to this point and some, it's no telling
I,
how the
I
story
I'm
would
just
end.
I'm just waiting. I didn't know y'all was talking about this today, you know, but I'm just waiting to see how this all play out, because part of me is like, you know, you're a businessman, and business people, you know, they sneaky and shisty and shady. So less than a month before the polls, I don't know what's going on. Like, what is this?
It's yeah,
You
it's
know,
a lot. It's a lot. It's
they
more than
always
meets the eye.
it's crazy that that things always happen, and it deters our attention away from whatever the real issue is. You know
There
what I'm
you
saying?
go.
So it's hard for me to, like, whereas I feel bad for anybody, because you know I certainly, like, in my condition with like having all my children here and everything, and having to deal with my mom when I go over there, I certainly don't want to ever have to experience something like that. So I wouldn't wish that on anybody. At the same time, right after, like, yo, so you act a complete, excuse me, it's Friday, you act a complete ass, you know what I'm saying, at the debate, and then you know one is coming up, and it's been talks about, like, yeah, ain't nobody ready for Kamala. Like, I don't care what y'all feel about, the Democratic Party or whatever, they not ready. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about black women. Let me tell you, I don't care what your thoughts are as far as whether she's good enough, whether she can handle the job or whatever, but you don't want to get in a debate with no black woman. Period. So I'm excited about that one just to see how she hold herself. Um, but like, with all the stuff that is coming, all these debates that's supposed to be coming up that you're supposed to be a part of, everybody asking you all these questions about why you've appeared like two times, actually three since the debate, and you've been asked a question about denouncing all of these white supremacist groups, should you lose, and you haven't been able to do that, right? And so now you're under fire because everybody's asking you, like, each time, it's been an evasion of an answer. Like, you give this whack answer. The first one just totally took me out of here because y'all don't want that heat, you know um because people are crazy, period. We talk about the mental illness in America, like, it will be a civil war, like, just with ourselves, because ain't nobody laying down easy. Like, yo, you can't put those kind of threats out there, and ain't nobody stupid. You know what I'm saying? No, that wasn't talking between the lines. Everybody read that line, and everybody understood that to mean what you wanted it to mean. And so, you got all this stuff that you've ignited and dropped in the atmosphere, and now they want it, because this is the thing. Before the debate, they knew that chick had been exposed to COVID, right? They knew that, right? And they knew he had been exposed to her. Milani didn't just get sick after the debate, man. Like, the way they talking about how sick she is, how sick she is, right? Like, there's no way that the debate just happened. When was that? A couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, come
Well,
on,
and like I
man.
say, it's
I'm just
so
not believing
much
the hype.
going on, and it's sad when to see the leader of this nation, which was supposed to be a free nation, the leader of the world, of this country. It's sad to see, for our children to see what bad leadership looks like. It's sad. I mean, not just bad leadership, but corrupt leadership. Everything you could, those words that I never thought we would have to use when speaking of the president of the United States of America. It's sad because our children are watching this, they are seeing this, and it's really sad. It's sad too because it's just like with any other person who goes against God's word. There are consequences. There are consequences. And I used to say this years ago. My dad used to say, you don't just mistreat God's children. You just don't do that. And it's sad. And then this is what gets me and has always gotten me: the fact that um at the debates, you oh, what else does this man have to do? Does he have to strip his clothes and walk down Broadway naked? You know,
I don't need
does
one
he
that.
himself have to, what else does he have to do? That's the question I ask myself every time I hear or see this man. What else does he have to do to convince us, that I don't, and I never get it. This is the other thing I don't get is how, this is more so a rhetorical statement, how he has the things he does. It's like top debt. Top debt. It's a game we used to play when we was a kid, top debt. Everybody, you're trying to top the person that came before you, that spoke before you. You're gonna say something or do something worse than the person before you, and it's like he keeps doing that. He keeps doing it. So nothing he says. That was one of my major reasons for not watching the debates. I had many reasons, as I spoke on Monday, but the fact that I didn't even have to watch it because I knew afterwards there would be the precipitation, there would be the residue left over and everything that was done during that particular time, it would come out like life. What happens in the dark comes out in the light, and God forbid what happens in the light that's already there. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you understand where I'm going with. So there have to be, there are consequences. All through the Bible, there have been consequences
Hmm.
for people who've done things not in our time, not in our time, but in God's time. God's just sitting chilling. Because this is His world. You know,
So
this is
this
His
is
world.
this is the thing, right? Somebody said, "Do I believe it was fake news?" I don't believe it's fake news. I believe it's real. But the thing is this: I believe y'all knew this before that debate, and the thing that I've learned about the powers that think they be is they let things leak when they want them to leak. When we hear stuff about aliens and stuff like that, like rest assured, by the time it leaked to us, or by the time they allow people to make movies about this stuff, and then you hear about it, it has been going on for months, sometimes years. They've already dissected the daggone thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like this is one of those things where this was already known. They let him go out there, and then they waited till the opportune time to say, okay, now we're going to release it. You know what I'm saying? They used it to their advantage, which they think that gives them an advantage. And I'm trying to, so what's confusing to me is, what advantage do you think that is for you? What does that do? Except those who don't know how to stay focused, because we got some people who got ADHD, that it'll distract their minds from the whole point of, like, it's about to be time to vote, like, stay on task. So if that's your angle, then maybe we need to amp up our game of awareness and say, hey, yo, 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 yo. You know how you had that student that was just like zoning out, the teacher calling them, you gotta keep tapping, like, yo, 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 listen, wake up. Maybe we gotta amp up our game and do that, because certainly it should not be a distraction, which I believe that that's what it was intended to be. Just like a lot of things, you gotta understand this. You know, it's sort of how I hate to compare him to Satan, but it's sort of like how we say
Is what it is.
Satan's no match. Satan got no power. Um, my God is greater. Yes, your God is greater, but Satan, he is smart. Um, Otherwise, he wouldn't have been who he was before he got thrown out of heaven. So he does have a little bit of smarts with him. He does have wit. He's not as witty as God, which is why he's where he is now, because he thought he could be God, and he couldn't, and he can't. But that does not take away from the intellect that he does possess, right? And so we're no match for him, but he's no match for God. Understand what I mean? So I'm looking at the contrast with, people who, it's a whole nother theory that I have as far as like why there's certain people who act the way they do, like at that moment that Eve and the serpent shared before he convinced her to take that apple, or during that process. Um, I feel like that was a process of seduction, but that's my theory or whatever. I just let
But you know what? The
stay between
other
me and
part,
God. Hold on, let me
and
finish. Wait. So I think that
I thought you
with
said
with with um with Trump, it's not that he's not a smart dude. You know what I'm saying? I believe that there's certain things he does and he knows he's going to get a certain reaction, and so he's very conniving in how he does things. He's no match for God. However, people who don't take care to exercise their intellect, he can run circles around them. Thus is why he has a group of our people who still are loyal to him after he's blatantly disrespected our culture, our people, our color, our communities. And so he does have some type of wit with him. And his
where
team, What? What's the
I have
question?
to beg your differ.
I don't think the man
I
is
mean, call it
dumb.
what it is. I'm an educator,
I don't think he's
lifelong
dumb.
learner.
I don't
Trump
think
is
he's dumb. I don't
Trump
think he's
is
dumb.
not very smart.
I don't think he's dumb.
He is conniving. Trump is a lot of things, but he is not smart.
I
He is
so well spoken,
smart.
um, learned. Those are things that I'm
Is he
like,
even
okay,
well
yeah.
spoken?
No, no, no. That's what I'm saying. I said well spoken, learned, stuff like that. Yeah, nah. He ain't that. But
Okay.
there are people who have gotten by. How many people you know who are spoiled brats, white or black? You know, growing up, they were spoiled brats. They weren't really intellectually bright. However, they were witty and sly enough to get things that they wanted because they gave the illusion that they were something that they weren't.
Hmm.
So I don't know a lot of people like
Was that
that.
a rhetorical question?
Hmm?
Was that a rhetorical
It was a
question?
question.
Okay, I know someone who was a spoiled brat.
Who that? Who you talking about me? But I'm most absolutely smart. Test me.
A
Who?
spoiled brat,
Who?
and she's
Look, I don't
smart,
gotta cover that up with manipulation
and she's
because
smart, you
my
know.
butt
And
was
I
gonna
can
get a
think of
whooping
a
if I ain't
lot of
learned what I was
people.
supposed to learn. So
But for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. Please, let's not. Hey, you guys, come on, send some more comments in, some more things you want to talk about. I do not want to go out the weekend talking about Trump. I
I
will
see.
pray. I will
Antoine said,
continue.
"I'm
I pray
listening.
for
I just
Prince.
don't get into
I
politics." So
pray. I don't want to talk about
I wasn't talking
politics.
about politics. I was just talking about.
You
Don't
know,
worry,
and I
Antoine,
know
because we
how
want you
that
to
is.
stay involved. I wasn't
Yeah.
talking about politics. I was talking about the fact that, like, just him as a person. Forget the fact of who he is. People like that. He said we going in today. People like that are, I don't find them completely ignorant. I don't find them completely dumb. They're witty enough, hanging on from strings of, I got this here and there. They're witty and sly and slick enough to use manipulation to give the illusion that they are more than what they are. That's what I was talking about. Like just people in general. He just happens to be one of the people I was talking about. Forget the fact that he's 45. I forget every day that he's 45. I try to wipe that from my mind. But, not getting into politics, just the psyche of people, period. And so when people say stuff like yo, he's not smart, like um he know what he doing. He knows what he's doing. Now whether it's effective, whether it's smart enough for our God, that's another question. But he knows exactly what he's doing. Like he's playing this out in his brain. And most people like that do. Like most people, they plan and map that out in their head. And then they use manipulation to maneuver because they watch and they study how other people don't tap into and use their intellect that they actually have. And they take for granted that they don't have to work double time to make sure that they don't get over on, like people don't get over on them or they don't get got. So people like that seek out that. It's just like a bully. A bully, who is a bully going to go after? A bully is going to go after a person that they see is not as outspoken, is not as aggressive, until they reach that one person that, yo, you hit that wrong button and they go all out on you, and you not the bully, no, not a bully no more. Y'all best of friends. You know what I'm saying? But a bully, initially, they seeking out, because they have their own insecurities. They're seeking out people who are just as insecure so that they can use manipulation to give the illusion that they're better, that they're bigger, that they're stronger. That's what they do. That's what a bully does. And when, like, you never see them go after people that could go toe to toe with them. And the crazy, you hungry? Goodness gracious.
I thought, you know how those talk
Yeah.
shows, how they have Dunkin' Donuts and all the places will send them free coffee and donuts. I thought that's what was
We
going
ain't
on.
there
You
yet.
know, you're over there eating.
I'm
I
hungry.
thought maybe somebody had delivered some
We ain't
donuts to
there
you
yet.
or
I'm
whatever.
eating. I'm
Well,
eating frosted
I'm
flakes with no milk.
eating.
Who eats
Well,
an ice
I'm
cream sandwich
eating an
at like
ice
eight
cream
o'clock in the
sandwich.
morning
But
though?
guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You know that what you were talking about, number 45, was an excellent segue for what I'm doing right here. What does
What the
this
heck
look
we gotta
like?
do with the ice cream?
What's it look like? It look like ice cream, doesn't it? Looks are deceiving. People are
So
deceiving.
tell me
They
that's a
can be very
cheeseburger.
deceptive. But this is not ice cream.
Tell
This
me
is,
that's a cheeseburger.
guess what it is?
Which I'm
No, no,
trying
no,
to
no, no.
follow you. Let me take my
This
glasses off.
is
What
this is
is
a
happening?
dried ice cream sandwich. Look at that. See, it's not even dripping. See,
So what you eating an ice cube between like bread? I'm confused. It's still
it's dried ice. It's an ice
Lord.
cream sandwich that has been dried. You know.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, babe. I'm wearing a hoodie,
See?
man. I'm
Can
cold.
you see it? Can you see it?
It's cracked ice. Like what is happening to your ice cream? Say, go ahead, put that thing up. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm trying to
I was.
understand. She can't even break it. You say it's a dried ice cream sandwich.
It's dried ice. My son, no, he's been getting all kinds of. We get a lot of stuff. He gets stuff from nuts.com.
But what
Get
they
it?
gotta do with peanuts?
Nuts.com. But this didn't come from nuts.com. This came from this other company that he ordered from, where he gets dried peaches, dried, items. But this is actually
That's not
dried.
even relatable. Like what?
Uh,
And who
It's
eats ice
dried.
cream at eight o'clock in the
Anybody
morning?
ever
At
heard of
least
that?
I'm not eating it with milk,
Mm.
but at least I'm eating breakfast food.
Well, this is breakfast. It's a sandwich with ice cream, which
All right,
is milk,
y'all gotta come up with more
milk,
topics, man. This is woo,
milk, milk,
something's happening. She's 70.
and
Remember,
strawberries, because it's Neapolitan. It's
she's 70, y'all. Help.
vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. And
That's worse than a squirrel.
mm,
Benita said y'all hitting on two of my childhood favorites: frosted flakes with no milk and ice cream sandwiches with real ice cream. Thank you very much. That ain't real ice cream. She said it's dry ice, Benita.
it
That's
is
dry
real ice.
ice.
It tastes just Vanita, Antoine. Trust me, it tastes just like an ice cream sandwich.
I'm confused though. When you say dry ice, when I think of dry ice, I'm talking about the ice that you put in the cooler that
Okay,
keeps stuff
forget the
cold.
dried ice part.
Yeah, work that out
It's
for me because
it's
I'm
it's
confused.
dried. It's ice cream that has been dried out.
Johnny said you
You
better not
see,
say nothing to him about not eating healthy. You
it
eating the
this is
ice
let's
cream.
see. It's milk. It's milk. It's
Well, shoot, I
strawberry.
can break down the ingredients in
It's
candy.
chocolate.
Chocolate, that's milk.
Mmm. Mmm. Y'all are.
This Friday fun day. This has got to be a Friday intervention. Help. And she got the
Mmm.
squirrel. I did say words of
Mmm.
wisdom with my 70-year-old mother, but there's points where she kind of go in and out. So
I may save you some.
that's
Mm,
okay.
mm,
I don't like
mm,
ice cream
mm.
sandwiches.
And
I'm
you
gonna
know the
need y'all
sweet
to
thing is,
stretch your
I
hands
don't.
toward the screen and offer prayer. Cause this is what I go through. It's like the moments where when you got her, she on, and she giving that
Mm,
wisdom, and then it be days where it be like, woo. So
mm.
this one of them times. I'm glad it happened on the show. So y'all can see what I go through.
I feel like singing now.
She all the
Mm.
way live. I'm gonna need y'all to help me.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Fun Friday.
No, this ain't fun.
You know what she
This is
look
I'm
like? You know
concerned.
what she's looking like? Remember Color Purple? One of my favorite movies. Used to watch it every Sunday after church. Lala looks like, you know how Celia was sitting in the rocking chair,
I
and
thought I looked like set it off. What's up?
when Mister was getting ready to light the stove, and she's like, "Pew!" and all you saw was the rocking chair
I
rocking.
thought I resembled set it off. And what's up? We
Ooh,
between the lines.
okay. See, we weren't even going
Stand back
there.
and stand by.
We weren't even going
Let me
there.
stop playing.
Really, really,
But
Vanita, seriously. Um, one day I'm really hopeful of getting my son on the show one day. You know what I'm saying? Because he gets a lot of this stuff, the freeze dried stuff, the peaches, and it reminds me
what does that have
of
to do
when
with a peach though?
we
That's
are
not ice
really
cream.
locked down. You know, when you can't get fresh stuff or whatever. It's fresh, but it's been freeze dried. In fact, we have the what do you call the thing? I'm lost for words here. But it's an actual thing that fits in our foodie that dries out anything like lemons, like peaches, like apples. You know how you buy the dried fruit in a in the little bags like potato chips or whatever. It's dried out, but it retains the flavor of whatever that
I
fruit
don't eat
is.
dried fruit. I think it's
And
gross.
it's really good. It's
I think
really good.
it's gross.
It's really good. It's different and it's good.
She the
Yep.
same when they eat fake pork rinds, man. They the stuff Snoop got
No, 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 no.
fake pork.
Snoop, and I found out he's just one of the many advertisers for that.
Okay, whatever.
That's
It's
not.
fake pork rinds.
It's not fake.
It is. Pig out.
It's
It's fake.
plant
It looks
based.
like pork rinds, but they. I don't even. Pork rinds are gross.
Oh, it's good. I think I have some here
So
on the
why
set
make a
somewhere.
food that resembles something that's already gross?
Okay, since you're going with the Vita vitamin girl,
Come on, look. They ain't paying
talking about
you to advertise.
these are so
They not paying you to advertise.
these
We're not going to use our
peanuts
segment to
are
advertise them. I think
so
they gross.
good. They are awesome. They are really awesome. I'm telling you, for a and because it's plant based, you don't have all the gooky stuff that you can't even pronounce words on it. In it. It's different, but it's really good. Um, so hey, it's good. And I also have sitting here. I would move it, but It's kind of got my phone propped up. So I don't want to move it, but I'm sitting here looking at a can of spinach, low sodium,
Where we
and
at
a
right
can of
now?
collard
What we
greens.
doing?
Collard greens. Collard greens.
How you go
Yes,
from fresh
spinach.
stuff to like canned? Like what? How's it?
The cans are whole.
How you go from talking about fresh fruits and freeze dried beets
They're can. Have you ever canned
and then
anything?
you flip to canned
They're
greens?
canned. Have you ever canned Vanita?
Did you
Vanita.
can
I
the
know
green?
you've
If
done.
you ain't
I
can
know
the
you've
greens,
done.
they ain't fresh.
Have you ever canned foods? That's one of the things I used to want to
Exactly,
learn
Vanita. How is
to
that
do.
possible? Pigless pork rinds. That sounds retarded.
Piglets.
Fake
It's
news is
it's
what it is.
because they're plant based. They're not
Then
your
call them
conventional.
plant rinds.
Oh my
Why even
God.
try to make it like why? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. If you're gonna be vegan, if you're gonna be vegan, don't be trying to psych nobody mind, man. When y'all coming up
Let
with
me
these
tell
products, just name it something. Don't name it
you, they did.
something that
They
resembles
did.
something that meat eaters eat. That's
Yeah.
manipulation, man. Just
Why?
don't do that.
Let me
Don't do
tell you
that.
something.
I'm
Let
yeah,
me tell
no,
you
no,
something.
no.
Let me tell you something. Back in the day when I was the colonel was like we were true non meat eating vegetarians, and one of the main thing that I craved or liked, and I mean keeping it real, was chicken. That was the first thing that had to go because that was the main major thing, growing up. Sunday's dinner. If you didn't have chicken, you didn't have dinner. That was just the thing. There were certain foods. My point is, there were certain foods. There are certain foods that, keeping it real, that you are just a part of you. And I never. The funny thing is, I never ate pig. Pig.
So
What is
that's
it?
what I'm trying. Like, how
Pig.
can you
Wait,
even
wait, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa,
relate?
whoa. Give me a minute. I never even ate those, but I wanted to eat them,
This ain't the
but I couldn't.
experience because
I
you
couldn't.
still ain't eat them. Like that ain't
But
giving you an
but
experience of eating pork rinds.
but the taste of them, I like, because I like crunching on stuff. I
Eat
like
potato chips.
I like I like potato chips. But look, speaking of which, see, I even turned my grandson onto this potato chips and mustard. If you haven't tried potato chips and mustard, you haven't.
And see, y'all be y'all be talking about me, man.
Potato chips and
So
mustard.
I was hoping this ain't come out. I was hoping that during our shows that we would be off air by the time this part of her came out because I don't want it to ruin like your outlook on morning tea with mommy, like gaining wisdom from a 70-year-old woman. Like this is the other side of
She
it,
did not go. Where's that
and
horn your
I've
grandson
committed to
had
not ever
yesterday?
putting my mama in a
Okay,
home. So I need to make sure
okay. Let
that
me
I
find
bring
out.
her
We're going
back
to
on
turn
track.
this to a food show. Let me turn.
We
This is my other snack. See, all around my studio here, I have, like little health snacks. Health
doing that.
snacks. Tell me you don't eat Cheerios.
Said
Mm.
drop jewels of
Bam,
wisdom. Like what is
bam.
this?
You don't eat Cheerios. Mm. Yes, ma'am. Cheerios. I said it. Cheerios.
All right, so y'all, I
Why do
apologize.
I feel like the Vita vitamin girl now?
No, you definitely don't look like that. What you're looking like is something a little different. And so I just have to offer
Like,
this disclaimer
what
and
y'all saying?
apology.
I'm with you. Thank
I
you.
have no
Thank
idea what's
you.
happening
Let
right
me tell
now.
you something. And going back to canning, right? I baked bread, since you good segue when you was talking about the
Like,
70-year
wait,
old
from
woman.
what? Like we were
I
already
used
in
to
like
homemade bread. My neighbors, when when they came home from work, and everybody had an excuse
that's what I'm
to not
saying, Johnny. Why you got so much food around you? Though, where are you? Like, what? Where are
yeah,
you?
oh,
Where do you
I'm in
do
the
your
studio.
segment? Like when we come on
I'm in the
here, are you
studio.
sitting in the refrigerator?
I'm in
Like what?
the studio.
Are you in the kitchen?
Actually, my kitchen is adjacent
Who
to
is
my
your assistant over there?
see,
Let the
some of
world
us
hurry up
are
and
not
open back
as
up. You need to be next to me.
some of
I
us
can
are
pinch
not
you when
as
you get.
fortunate as you to have your tech guy right in your midst 24/7. We don't
That's for
look. I'm
technology. Where are you getting the food?
I'm just look. I don't have the luxury of having a techie, my own personal techie person. Why you think my computer's always freezing up? Because I don't have nobody to help me
So
fix
you
my
eat
stuff
like
here.
I.
But
Her
you
assistant is
have
Mr.
food
Squirrel. You're absolutely right, Vanita. That's her assistant. That's why she got all this food around her.
that
Lord Jesus.
see y'all hurt his feelings. You made me hurt his feelings.
Antoine, where you
That's
go,
okay.
man?
You're
I
still
need you to
my
offer some
assistant.
prayer.
You're
Type it.
still
Type
my
it.
assistant.
Type it out. Something's happening.
You're still my assistant.
How much time we got left?
Oh, see, you know what? I don't care what y'all say, because I just got a thing from a friend of mine. Gotcha. Yeah. Check you out after the show. Okay. Yeah. That's a real friend. Mm. Bam. What we talking about today? Oh wow.
What are we talking about today? Where are you? Where are you?
Wow. She's still eating, y'all, but she's talking about me.
I'm
Ask her
eating cereal
what she's eating.
in the
Mm,
morning. Cereal.
mm. I ate oh mm, freeze dried ice cream sandwich and
Ah,
coffee mm, out of my boss lady cup. So what y'all doing? How y'all
somebody
doing?
change the subject. Somebody, please change the
We
subject.
did. I thought we did.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't
Sitting
know
over
what's
there
happening.
looking like Missy Elliott with the hoodie all over her head.
I'm freezing, man. But you know,
Like she
glad
get
I
ready to go.
did all this. I don't know what's happening.
Like she get ready to go rob a bank. Got the hoodie all
No,
over her head. Where's your
they on the
mask?
ready, and
Okay,
today I
my
just want
only
y'all to
system
see.
is a mask.
It's
Wow.
Friday and I'm
Anyway,
cold.
it's a beautiful day in my neighborhood. A beautiful day in my neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? You know, we
Uh,
need some music on this show.
no, no.
We
This
need some
segment right
music
here,
to it.
guys, throw it in the trash. I don't know what's happening.
But that's okay. I'm gonna
If
still
you
stay.
share this show today, if you share this Friday Fun Day, please follow it up with another show where she has taken her medicine. You know, I need, because I want
Oh,
people
we
to know
going
that
there, are we?
Johnny
Mm.
got the kids out there eating ice cream for breakfast
Oh
because their grandma
my
had ice cream,
gosh.
a freeze dried ice cream sandwich. Trust
Freeze
me, like, I've
dried.
got mine on too with my
Hey,
space heater going
you
on
know
because I'm not
what?
turning on furnace. Yeah, man.
I will comment. I'm gonna actually find out where Latif ordered the ice cream sandwich
We
from.
good.
It's really unique. It's really
We
unique.
good. I take your word for it.
Okay.
I'll just watch you eat it.
We won't give her, we won't share with her. We'll make sure not to share with her.
I,
But we will share. So for those of you who are interested or maybe
since we random,
interested,
guys, I did my hair yesterday.
mm,
I finally did my hair. I haven't done my hair all quarantine. I
mm.
look like a new
Is
person,
that
don't I?
so? Is that why you're hiding your head?
I know that's
Well,
kind of weird that I'm hiding my hair and I done actually did it.
look at mine. Do you want to see my hair?
No, that was
You
my
don't want
outburst,
to.
not yours.
You don't
You
want to see
don't
my
follow up on
hair.
that. That was for me.
You don't want to see my head. Underneath this gele is a masterpiece of mess.
Anyway,
It is this
I'll
stuff.
let y'all see a little bit. I did
And
my
you know
hair
what you
yesterday.
see? That's why she was really hiding it.
Why? Because I
Because
didn't want you to know I did
she
my hair.
right, she didn't want me to know.
Oh, you
Just
okay?
for the fact that her 70-year-old mother hasn't had her hair done in how many
And what?
months?
How many weeks?
How many? I can show you that it has been longer than
I can't
so
look.
we
You and Johnny both y'all spoiled. They could
John
get they if
let's
it was
not
left up to them,
even
they would want me to twist
let's
their
not
hair like every
even
2 days.
speak Johnny because Johnny is over there
What do my kids say? This is an
with
epic fail,
two
guys. I don't know
hairdressers
what's happening in this segment.
with two with two hairdressers, two lock
Locked
doers,
doors.
lock doers.
Lord have mercy.
He gets his hair done
My coffee.
every weekend when he has to go to. I promise you, he's getting his hair done more often than he's ever gotten it done. And poor 70-year-old mother sitting over here
He said,
scratching.
"How did I get in
But it's
trouble?"
okay. Y'all want to see my hair?
No,
Hey, no, no.
no.
Y'all want to see my hair? Thumbs up if you want to see my hair. What it looks like. I haven't had it, and she knows. My kids know.
He said,
One
"We just
thing
over here eating sugar." What is your mother eating?
I don't
What does she
do the
eat?
nails every week, and get pedicure, and I'm desperate in need of for a pedicure. But my hair, which is my glory, I am used to getting my
Those
hair
this is your
done
first time on here.
every
I
2
apologize for what
weeks.
is happening. It's Friday fun.
I
Yo, it is intervention Friday, Vanita. Forget Friday Fun Day. Um,
did not go there. Let
what
me
is
make my leg fine.
what is happening? Like, who? He just come on and pop up on my show? Is this? Am I being punked?
I told you guys. Look, look,
Am I
look,
being
look,
punked,
look.
y'all? Like,
And
what is this?
look.
What? This is a
Wow.
show. Y'all do know that, right? It's a real show. I don't
And
know
they
what's
talk
happening.
about my swirl.
How
It
much
is
time we
my
got?
world.
When is the
Let me
end?
tell you, march on across the street. Just smile and wave, smile and wave, smile and wave.
So I was about to ask y'all how y'all holding up in the quarantine. But as you can see, this how we holding up in the quarantine. Um, So prayer is definitely needed because some of us are just not okay. Some of us haven't been okay in a long time, even like before quarantine. Quarantine just masked it a little bit because we weren't out in public. But
Beware of the squeaky wheel. Beware of the squeaky wheel. But
what,
she's still awesome. She's beautiful.
what does that mean?
Beautiful. 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 Beautiful.
All right, so yes, my crew is out of control today, Vanita. Like what? I think am I on punked? Like did y'all they talked about this before I came on or something? This a whole
Oh,
entire show, I promise
where's my?
you. We
I
gonna
need
have
to
to
get some
X
more cue
out
cards.
Friday Funday. It's going too far. Like
I need some more cue cards.
no.
That's what I need. I need some more cue cards.
Mm-mm.
But you're still
Is it
awesome.
the hoodie? Like all right, next time
Yeah.
I promise you I still dress up on Fridays. I yeah. We, I blame this on y'all because Friday Fun Day was supposed to be y'all joining us live on
See,
air,
that's because if we're
and so
not sharing in,
when y'all scared to come on camera with me,
yeah,
this is what happened. She said her sides are aching. I'm embarrassed, Vanita. Like I'm glad y'all getting a laugh out of this. I'm embarrassed. Like if I were lighter, I'd be red. If you look closely, the red under my chocolate is like
Oh my gosh.
glowing.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just counting down on the time so I can say how much I love you and how much my mama love you too.
Love you. I love you. I love you
So
more
anyway,
today because you
quick
care.
announcement since we on here. Don't forget October 1st, which was yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, was the release of the fall issue for the Life magazine. You want to go cop
Oh, I
that.
can't wait. I
That
can't wait.
but you don't have to. The first was yesterday. What?
No, I can't wait to get mine in the mail.
Oh, okay.
See?
So yeah, but I was talking about okay. So the electronic release for the fall issue of the Life magazine, LYFE, lifemagazine.com, or thelifemagazine.com. You want to go ahead and make sure you put your order in if you want the physical copy. When we did the week long segment of Extreme Teens, we had four awesome teens that came on the show. Three of them have had the opportunity to be interviewed extensively, and so you want to make sure you get that. And let me see, keep your ear to the vibe, man. I'm working on some stuff, and I'm getting ready to do a virtual concert. It's coming up. It's coming up. Because I feel like I need to jump back into my entertainment shoes and give y'all some music, some feel good music. So that's coming up. Um, what else? Oh, the National Center for Children and Families. I said I would post that on my page. I thought I did, but make sure that you all register. It's free to register, but two of my children will actually be performing in it. Hip hop recording artist Lacey C and her younger brother are actually performing for that concert that they're having. So I don't want you guys to miss it. They're awesome and amazing. They're not just my kids; they're amazing. She's dope at what she does, and her little brother is creeping on the come up with his musical abilities. So make sure you guys check that out. I think Jill just dropped a book, a new novel, The Warlord or Warlord. It's awesome. My oldest daughter is already halfway through the book and she just got it like Monday. So make sure you guys get that. And what else is going on in our world? We're still talking about, all next week and the week after, we'll be talking about something that has to do with politics. And I know a lot of you um, King Antoine don't want to really get into the politics part. However, the reason why I'm doing it is not so that I can sway you to one side or the other. It's merely just to offer education. A lot of us go into things ignorantly, and we don't take the time to actually research. We're so hell bent and focused on getting 45 out of office, voting a Democrat in, that we're not taking care to the issue, the other questions that are on that ballot. So I encourage you all, and I'm going to be an active part of making sure that you get the knowledge of what's on your ballot. Again, I live in Maryland, so a lot of the information I will be giving will be biased to that. However, I have been doing my research to offer some education in regards to Maryland, DC and Virginia, because they're adjacent to Maryland, and I didn't even know what y'all talking about, what y'all voting on. So I have been, taking myself to school and doing some research and brushing up on what it is that you guys have on your ballot. Because I want to talk about that. I want to talk about it so that we can make a sound and wise decision when we go to the polls, and understanding that it's beyond the presidency. That's not really the most important part. The other people that you're voting in, I think a lot of the seats in the House of Representatives is up for grabs. And so that's where the focus should be. That's where you guys should really be standing and researching and finding out what these people's platforms are, writing those letters, giving calls to their offices, and finding out what their stance is on gun control, what their stance is on education, and the revamping of how it looks as far as what our children have and what they don't have, the healthcare. Those are the people that you need to find out what their beliefs are on those subjects, because they're the ones that are in there mending their minds together and creating laws and creating bills to be passed. So it's beyond just the presidency. So make sure you guys are educating yourselves. I'm really big on that. All through life, my mom and my dad were big on me being educated and finding out what is what and what's going on in the world. So it's beyond just politics. Like, it's not really about that. But these are things that affect our community. These are things that affect our children, that affect our culture and our world. So um, let's be involved, man. Let's be involved. We know who holds tomorrow. We know who the real boss and the real MVP is. Those of us who believe in God and believe that He is the mastermind of it all. At the same time, He calls us to be lights, and He causes us to be bold in this movement that He has us in on our journey. And so we have to not just sit back and say we believe in God, but actually walk and move and show that we believe in God, and that He has everything in His control. So no matter what it looks like, I want you guys to remember that. I want to read something to you. I actually posted this, like I want to say 6 years ago. There was a post that I made 7 years ago. It said, "I don't believe in the impossible, but I do believe in God, which makes all things possible. Keep your head up and walk boldly through the storm." And that holds true today. Like, I don't, people say, man, it's impossible. They don't really care about us. They're going to do what they want to do or whatever. I don't believe in, saying like, well, we can make something happen out of nothing. But I do believe in God, and I know God can do whatever He wants to do whenever He wants to do it. So as long as I keep my hand in His hand, and I move when He say move, and I talk when He say talk, I teach when He say teach, then everything is going to be all good. However the cookie crumbles, if God is in control, it's going to work out for the good of those who love Him. So that's how I feel. So we most definitely need to be all up in this whole voting thing, man. Exercising what it is that God gave us. It does matter. It does count. Does count. It's not about the people involved. It's about the principles involved. And so let's get that right this time, man. All right. The legislative process. Exactly. So praise the Lord. We have come to the end of this journey, because the first half of this show today, I don't know, it just went up in smoke. She over there smiling. Y'all was laughing. I'm embarrassed. It's like Friday fun day. But I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Can't wait to meet back up. Same time, same place. Monday morning, bright early 7:30. You know how we do, man. We talking about real life here. Everything under the sun, no holds barred. Is what we in life, and so we gonna do it together. We gonna do it together, because I need you to survive, and you most definitely need me to survive. You do, because I possess some things that God has only given me that is necessary for people that are um, surrounding me, to gain from. So you need me to survive, just like I need you to survive. That's it. That's all. Not arrogance. It's just confidence and knowing who I am. That's it. That's it, man. Y'all know I love you. Um, I don't know which personality of my mom you got today, but you know she love you too.
Okay, I'm gonna take the liberty of saying a few words,
She been
a
talking
few
the
words.
whole segment.
But in all seriousness, this is what allowed me to go through the years, over 40 years of educating and working in a public setting and public schools, was a little bit of humor, a little bit of seriousness, a lot of seriousness, a little bit of humor, and of course God, who pulled me through it all. And I just want to thank God just to be able to smile, to laugh, to share, to just do the things that I do. You know, it's a blessing, and I don't take it lightly that God has allowed me this opportunity to not only uh, bring laughter to myself but to others. Um, and I just want to say thank you, Lord, for this time together with our friends. You know, this moment we can never, ever get back again. So we make the most of it. And I truly thank you. I don't take it lightly that you guys have fit us into your schedule. And I do what I do because God allows me to. God bless you. Love you with the love of the Lord.
That's it. That's all, y'all. You know it's your girl, Neil Soul, recorded artist Lahla-Hadiya, wrapping up another Friday fun day, with morning tea with mommy. As we all have said, laughter is good for the soul. So sometimes I let her get out of pocket so that we can laugh.
You know what?
Hold
She is
on, no, you said you had your last words. That's it, man.
I'm gonna
I
go
have the
and
last
write
words
another
in the
page,
show, man.
another
What's
chapter in
happening?
my book. She just encouraged me.
For
See, I
real
was
though.
trying to hold it back. I was trying
Y'all
to
know
hold it
how I
back.
feel about my mama, man. Y'all know how I feel about her. Y'all know
Yeah,
I love her. She's
I
amazing. She's
love y'all. I
awesome.
love you. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Until
Have a
next
safe,
time,
have
y'all
a
enjoy
safe
your weekend.
weekend.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace out.